and it's my honor this morning to act as your MC. We're here today for a very important reason. We've got an important election coming up for a new member of the Assembly. I'm honored now to introduce the Treasurer of the City of Albany, the Honorable Kathy Sheehan.
And I've watched as Pat has stepped up and run a campaign that is very much with the people on the street, learning about issues. She brings a lot of experience and knows the issues, but she's also really been listening to a lot of people. And that's impressive. A competitive primary, as grueling as it can be, is our next representative of the Assembly is going to be selected by us, the voters. I can state with confidence that Pat's experience at the federal, state, and local level, and her demonstrated ability to build coalitions and make difficult decisions makes her the best candidate to represent us in the state assembly. And Pat has demonstrated the ability in her role on the school board to listen to people, to work with people, and to try to do what's best for the children in Albany. And she will bring that same coalition building and that same ability to the assembly to get things done for those of us in 109. When fewer than 1 in 4 of my representatives in state government is a woman, it's time to bring more women into the state assembly. But Pat is also a working mom. She understands the challenges that we face, and she will bring that same tenacity that we all know to our state assembly and get people to listen and stand up and work on women's issues that we desperately need.
Thank you, Kathy. We also have with us this morning the 3rd Ward Common Council person from the City of Albany, a recognized community leader in the City of Albany, Ron Bailey.
And I said day one, there should not be no endorsement. It should be an open, competitive race. So I'm here today. I've been impressed by Pat Fahey and her commitment to jobs and education in our community. It is clear that she is one hard-working, no-nonsense woman who will put the needs of the residents of the 109th District first and foremost in the State Assembly. Over the years, Pat has shown that she can reach out, build partnerships, and get things done. And that is the kind of leadership the people of the 109th Assembly District needs.
And here today to speak from the suburban perspective is the town supervisor of the town of New Scotland, Tom Dolan.
Pat is clearly the most qualified person to run for this office. As a town of New Scotland supervisor, I can say that she has and will be a strong and effective advocate for New Scotland residents on many pressing and important issues. In recognition of her strong commitment to preserving the environment, Pat was recently endorsed by the League of Conservation Voters. I know that Pat will work hard to relieve the crushing burden of school taxes on our local residents. In conclusion, I believe that we are fortunate that a person with Pat's background and energy is willing to step forward and be a candidate for the town of New Scotland's Assembly District.
There's one candidate in the race that brings everything to the table, and I hope in 3 weeks we bring her to the table, and that's our next Assembly person, Pat Fahey.
Thank you all so much. I also want to introduce my family, Wayne Beckett, my son Brendan Beckett, Eileen. Thank you. It is great to be here, and I'm incredibly honored and touched by your support. I want to tell you a little about myself. I'm one of 8 children. My parents came to this country with 2 goals in mind: to earn a living wage and for a chance at a better life for their children. My father dug ditches as a tractor operator, but it was a good union job and it enabled him to raise 8 of us. The small pension he still receives from that allows him to help take care of my mom and allows them to stay in our family home. Yeah. And they taught us hard work and persistence, and that in this country, if you work hard, you can make a better life for your family. My parents' goals, a good job and education for the next generation, their children, became my passion throughout my career. Because I saw what an impact it had on my family, and because I see and I know that my family, my siblings and I have been able to live a good version of the American dream. That seems like somewhat of a fairy tale these days because of the reality that this is the first generation, the generation I'm looking at, the generation standing next to me, that is not expected to out-succeed their parents, first generation in modern history. And that's disturbing, and that's part of why I'm running for office. It's the same reason I went to work for Bob Reich in the early Bill Clinton administration at the the U.S. Department of Labor. It's the same reason why I wrote a property tax credit proposal at the New York Department of Labor, which Governor Cuomo signed into law last year to help spur on more jobs for youth. It's the same reason I served as school board president and worked hard to shrink school sizes and improve the quality of our schools, along with helping to fight for more aid to keep those property taxes down. We ask a lot of our kids these days, but we also need to make sure that we deliver when they live up to those standards of working hard and achieving. We need to keep America's promise for them. I hear the same concerns over and over again about jobs and education. We know that there's hard work to be done, and we know that it is achievable. Our neighbors want the same thing, and I don't think it's too much to ask for. I want to fill Jack McEnany's shoes. I will stand up no matter which way the political winds are blowing. I want to continue that legacy of advocacy. As a mom and a worker, I will stand up. I'm invested here. My family is invested here. There's so much at stake, but I am so proud to be a partner with all who are here in this campaign. It means so much to have this support. I think our fates are thrown together as a region. We're stronger together. That's what I plan to represent, and look forward to working with each of you over these next few weeks to win the 109th. Thank you so much.